Okay, Paul here, and you've basically come here because you bought a bike or you have a stationary bike and you want to use it to lose weight. So we all know people who have a bike or have bought a bike and basically they look the same after buying it than they did before they bought it. So what's the whole point, right? So you want to buy a bike, you want to lose some weight with it. So what do? So let's say you're completely out of shape and you haven't ridden a bike since you were a child. So the last time you rode your bike, you were in high school, and now you're a 40, 50-year-old grown up, totally out of shape, no clue what to do. Okay, this is what you do. So you pick some sort of a path that you want to bike on. So you look this up and you kind of plan ahead and you pick a path that you want to bike on. It's a good idea to use an app called Cycle Meter. So with this Cycle Meter app, it's going to have the amount of distance that you traveled, it's going to have the amount of average speed, and an approximate amount of calories that you've burnt. So I say approximate because it's approximate. Okay, it's not set in stone that it burned this many calories. So if you're watching any of my videos, you do know that what I preach and what reality is that you burn a certain amount of calories a day, and if you're above it, you gain weight. If you're below it, you lose weight. So if you know what the amount of calories you're burning a day is, and you know approximately how much you're eating, you can effectively use a bike to lose weight, especially with an app called Cycle Meter, or another app. Use whatever you want. Cycle Meter is free. And what you want to do is you want to go from a low intensity to a high intensity. So if you've never done this before, you start off light. You start off with a nice half an hour bike ride, 1 hour bike ride, very light and slow and taking it easy. And by the time you get home, yeah, you had a workout, you're a little bit sweaty, but you're not totally dead that you can't work out tomorrow. So you want to work out as much as possible. You don't want to be killing yourself trying to do a crazy workout and then getting home and then you're out of it for a week, right? So you want to do something that suits your cardiovascular endurance, right? So you start off light and then you can slowly increase the pace that you bike at. You can increase the distance that you go at, and you do more and more every single day, every single week. You try to kind of do a little bit more than what you did before. Of course, you don't want to do too much where you can't get a full recovery in at least a day or 2 days. So that's how you want to do it. You want to pace yourself. Start off light and then keep moving up with the intensity. Another thing that you have to be doing is that you want to be using the same return path on your way back to your house. So if you're leaving your house to go to a certain destination, use the same road to come back. Why am I saying this? I'm saying this because there's a lot of stopping and going, and there's a lot of hills, and there's a lot of uphills, downhills, etc. So all these variables on the road, they're going to be more or less equal on your way there and on your way back, and then that way it's a little bit more accurate with how you're tracking how many calories you're actually burning. You also have to have the same eating habits. So if you change your eating habits and you start eating a lot more, you might end up gaining weight with biking. So you get home and, oh, I biked today, I'm going to reward myself. I'm going to have this whole box of Chips Ahoy. So you don't want to be doing stupid things like this. You don't deserve a reward just because you did what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to exercise. You're supposed to move around. You don't deserve a reward. So let's stop rewarding ourselves every time we do something. Okay? So no going to McDonald's, none of this crap after you've done your biking. So it's just a normal part of your life.